key card.
Have you ever seen a Chad serenade an Emma by singing to her and playing guitar chords? I know I have, and I'm certainly sure you've seen something like this happen too. You might have had also the idea, wow, the guitar sounds really nice, but I wonder if it's difficult to play. Well, I am not here to increase your skills in the ways of attracting women, but I am here to show and tell you that playing the guitar and its chords are simple and easy with these 3 steps. Number 1, good posture. Number 2, left hand placement. And number 3, right hand motion. Number 1, starting with good posture. As with any other activity, playing the guitar requires good posture. Now when you go down to sit and play the guitar or stand and play the guitar's natural weight will tend your shoulders to dip in and for your back to hunch over like this. But there's an easy way to counter that, as I'll be demonstrating sitting down. You'll want to have your back relatively straight like this, not too straight because you don't want to be too stiff, but relatively straight. Then you'll want to put the guitar in a comfortable position. Now there is this groove right here with all guitars that allows for you to place it onto your lap. After you've done so, you'll want to focus on the back of the body of the guitar. You want the top section of that to touch your chest right here, like this, but leaving a gap between your stomach and then the lower section of the back of the body. After being properly postured, the second step is the position and placement of the left hand, or what we call the fretting hand. Now this starts with placing your thumb behind the neck of the guitar, which is this entire thing right here. You want to place it behind there as support. You want to hover over the strings that you're about to press down, and then press the strings, of course, but not too much pressure. You'll want to use enough pressure and get it as close to these metal rods that stick out, which are called frets. Now I'll be demonstrating how to play the G chord, which is the most basic and beginner of all chords. As you can see with this graph right here, all those horizontal lines, those resemble all the strings, as you can see right here, and then over there, 6 over there and 6 over here. The vertical lines, the spaces between them represent the frets, which are these spaces between the frets over here. Now those 1, 2, and 3, and 4, those represent your index finger, your middle finger, your ring finger, and your pinky finger, respectively. And for the G chord, it is telling us to place our middle finger onto the topmost string on the 3rd fret, our index finger on the string right below it, but 1 fret behind, so the 2nd fret, like so. And then your 3rd finger and your 4th finger, your ring or your pinky, as what it's otherwise called, on the bottommost strings, as you can see right here. After you have placed your fingers, your left hand fingers, your fretting fingers, on the correct positions for the chord, the last step is to play the chord, of course. Now you'll want to grab your other arm, your right arm in my case, could be your left. You'll want to place it over and above the body of the guitar. You'll want to bend your elbow as you do the next step. You want to place your right hand, which we also call the strumming hand, over and above the strings, over the sound hole, and hovering over it, as you can see over here. And after you've done those 2 steps, the last step is to play the strings. Now there are 2 most famous ways of doing this, and it is strumming and fingerstyle. Number 1, strumming, I'll be showing you by using this thing called a pick. This just makes strumming easier because it doesn't allow for, if you were to use your fingers, it wouldn't allow for your fingers to accidentally get stuck between the spaces of the strings right here, and it just sounds way cleaner. But you'll want to grab a pick, place the pick in between your thumb and your index finger, as you can see, like this, sort of like a triangle way, and then move in an up and down motion or down and up motion. I'll be doing a down motion because it's easier, starting from top to bottom. As you can see, that is strumming the G chord, like so. The other way, which is my personal favorite, which is called fingerstyle, that just takes your fingers instead of the pick, and you take your fingers and you pull on the strings or press down on the strings, whichever vibrates the strings. You can do it multiple fingers at once, one finger at once, and it just sounds nicer in my opinion. And congratulations, you played a guitar chord. Now with the guitar, you can play to impress people, you can play for the passion of music, you can participate in ministries that require music and special singing. With the guitar also, you can play a bunch of different genres like rock, like pop, like romantic, classical stuff, like country, many genres. But all those genres consist of guitar chords. And playing guitar chords is simple. These 3 steps. Remember, these 3 basic steps. Number 1, good posture, as you can see. Left hand placement, and then right hand motion.